During the Sengoku period, Kagekatsu Toda trains at the Toda dojo. The young Kojiro Sasaki enters and Kagetsu scolds him for being late but still having guts to show up, and Kojiro takes it as compliment. Kagekatsu makes Kojiro fight him in a practice match. Kojiro ends up blocking his moves, but is eventually disarmed and gives up. Kagetsu tells him he should have kept fighting. Kajimasa Toda turns to Saigon Toda and comments that Kojiro has no talent and is pointless to keep him in the dojo. Saigon asks Kojiro why he gave up that fast. Kojiro explains that even if he fought Kagekatsu 100 times, he won't win, and if he kept fighting he could get injured and that would affect his future chances. Later Kojiro spends his time in the forest thinking of how he can defeat Kagekatsu. He decides to eat meat to gain muscles, and starts observing and imitating animals, learning the secrets of battles from them. With every loss, his understanding of victory was growing. 6 months later, Kojiro returns to the dojo and everyone is surprised how muscular he became. Kagekatsu wishes to fight him. Kojiro states Kagekatsu were quite tough and he had to fight him 146 times in his head, before he was able to defeat him, but no longer needs to face him. Kagekatsu gets annoyed and attempts to attack Kojiro, but he sees his own death and admits defeat. Kojiro asks Saigon to fight him, who agrees and takes a battle stance, which makes Kojiro excited. Several years had passed and Kojiro never returned to the dojo. Saigon had lost his vision, but decided to go and see Kojiro. Stepping into his house, Saigon instantly realizes how hard Kojiro was training from the marks and scratches. Kojiro states it took him 4 years and 9 months to best them all. As Saigon walks further into the house, he sees names for Kagekatsu, Kajimasa, Kanemaki Jinsai and eventually his own name, making him wonder if Kojiro had already surpassed him. Saigon tells him he will recommend him to the Asakura clan and to become instructor for them, however, Kojiro declines, explaining that he will be leaving soon as there is nothing left here that interests him. Kojiro went traveling losing fights after fights, against Ito Saito, Sekishusai Yagayu, Nobutsuna Kamizumi, and then spends time thinking of how to defeat those strong warriors. Facing Poseidon, Kojiro doesn't want to die, but believes he can't simply surrender. Kojiro decides to make the first move. He jumps and swings the blade from his back. Poseidon dodges and starts his own attack. However, Kojiro stops his blade and rises it up using his Sabama Geishi, but Poseidon still manages to dodge. As he cuts small piece of Poseidon's hair, he looks at Kojiro, making Kojiro comment that he finally looked at him. Musashi recalls April 13, 1612, at Funashima, later known as Ganryujima. Kojiro faces Musashi Miyamoto, where Kojiro uses Sabama Geishi and leaves the scar on his face. Poseidon moves towards Kojiro, shocking everyone and uses Amphitrite, barrage of attacks, however Kojiro manages to dodge each one of them. Gaul wonders if he has the same eyes as Adam and is able to see Poseidon moves, but Brunhilde explains that he can't see them, but had experienced them already. Kojiro had made an image of Poseidon and had fought him over and over again in his head. Ares can't believe that there are humans that can predict God's movements. Poseidon starts to whistle and charges at Kojiro, who knows the attack, but it's much faster than he predicted, making him unable to fully dodge and gets hit by it. Poseidon then mocks Kojiro, stating that he thought he was able to read his opponent's movements.